I just finished the preliminary outside inspection. So what I'll do now is I'm going to run around the car here, or actually walk around, and do some paint meter readings, show you where I saw some cosmetic blemishes, but for the most part, it's looking pretty solid. So let's start off here with the right front fender. These paint meter readings are going to be the thousandths of an inch. So this is 2.5 thousandths of an inch and 2 thousandths of an inch. When we see a reading like of 19.7, anything over that is an indication of body filler. That's 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, and 2.0 thousandths of an inch. Here, looking at the front headlamp, pretty clean. Just some nicks here from rock chips, what you would expect. Chrome is in decent shape, and the grill looks good too. None of the veins look like they're broken. Maybe just a little blemish there. Okay, everything is nice and secure. I've already tapped on it a little bit, and nothing is rattling. Okay, same here with the left side. Just a little a rock chip there, and turn signal assembly. So far so good. Okay, left front fender, 5 thousandths of an inch, 3.5 thousandths of an inch there. So we're getting a different reading now. So let's go ahead and move on. Okay, 4.5, 4 thousandths of an inch, 3, 3 thousandths of an inch, 1, 1.5, 1, and 1 thousandths of an inch. Looking at the front, or looking at the windshield, don't see any obvious signs of any cracks or chips. Just the lamination there at the upper edge. This kind of gives you an idea of the age of the vehicle. Looks like it's got the factory windshield wipers, arms, and blades, but the inserts are obviously replaced. But sometimes they'll replace these with cheapies at the parts stores. Okay. Moving on, the bright work looks decent. Don't see any dents. It's good. Outside mirror, great shape. Wing window, just some little bit of a pitting down here, and you can see what else? So it looks like it's got the factory stamp there of the glass. Okay. Convertible top here. You got the fraying here on the left side, right here, and then here at the back window area. Just doing a quick little side view here. It's the best way to look for dings, dents, or waviness. Right, one in there. Let's go ahead and go in a little bit. Okay, I think I got these readings already. Yeah, 1 thousandths of an inch. Okay, here on the quarter panel, 1.5, 1.5, 1 thousandths of an inch, and 1.5. Here on the top side, 2, 1.5, 2, 2, 2.5. Here's a view of the top. Okay. Right here, looking at the back end, it looks pretty decent here. Just the panels looks a little off back here. I'd like to get some paint meter readings actually. Okay, 2 and 1. All right, 1.5, 1.5, 2, 2, 1.5. Okay, here at the right side, just some more cosmetic blemishes, some little nicks and scratches. Right, some more here. Another view of the top here on this side, and then there's a ding right here, or it's actual dent. Right. Moving on. That looks good. Bright work is in decent shape. There's some more blemishes here. Right. Get some more readings. 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 1 thousandths of an inch, and then just some touch-up paint there. 2.5, 3, 2.5, 2, 2.5, and 3 thousandths of an inch. I'll give you one last view here of the exterior before I go ahead and I move on. But this is the way the vehicle presents itself from about 3 to 5 feet away. I've had the engine idling for about a minute or two or so. So one of the first things I like to look at is I like to look at the exhaust. I see some smoke coming out. I'm not sure if that's condensation or another color smoke. So after the road test, I'm going to check the the tailpipes again. As of right now, I think it's looking like condensation, but I do want to make sure. Just looking at the gauges here, we got the fuel just at 3/4. Oil is about at halfway mark, and the temperature is just above 1/4. So I'll keep an eye out on the gauges as well, see what they're reading after it's been running for a while. The engine's idling pretty nice. It's smooth. Don't hear any abnormal noises coming from the bottom, like a deep sound, or on the top end either, which is typically valves. Looking at the belts, they look pretty straight. In good conditions. I couldn't see the fluid level here for the power steering. It's a little too low. I pulled the cap off and checked for blow-by, and that's an indication of internal engine wear. I didn't see any smoke, nor did I feel anything coming out, so that's a good sign. Remove the cap for the brake fluid. The fluid itself looks good, but I still need to review the pictures. You see some fluid out here, and that's because I've opened up the radiator cap, and that's just some overflow from me. But I don't see any coolant leaks. Looking at the front frame supports, they look pretty straight. And just moving on this side here, looking at the front end, I don't see any signs of impact damage here at the radiator support. And here's another view of the belts. Okay, radiator's looking good, and again the front support's looking pretty good. I've already checked the oil, looks pretty good, and the transmission fluid. Didn't see any signs of cross contamination from the oil, right? And then the transmission fluid. Kind of pinkish. At some point, you probably want to replace the fluid if you decide to go with the purchase of the vehicle. And then just push down to here, and I'll go ahead and move on. So we've been on the road test for over 5 miles right now. As of right now, it accelerates fine. There's no shimming coming from the steering wheel. When I had him let go, the braking was dead on. He's accelerating as well. There's no pinging coming from the engine. I don't hear any clunks, squeaks, or rattles at all coming from the chassis. The shifting was seamless. We went through low gear, worked our way up. There was no hang-ups there, and we've tested the aftermarket radio already. That one's set up for Bluetooth and connections. I still need to check the blower fan. I'll do that once we get back because I can't hear it right now. Quick look at the odometer and speedometer. We can see that is working. Okay. We also tested the horn works and the windshield wipers works. Yep, and there goes the horn again. And the idle is maintaining a nice smooth feeling. And here we go, accelerating again. And I'll go ahead and just wait till it comes to a stop. And as you can see, he's not fighting the steering wheel. So nice solid stop. I'll go ahead and shut down the video now.